Not sacred, in my opinion, in respect to any particular God, sacred with respect to existence itself. You come, as many have hypothesized, to a different plane of existence. And I recommend it. I don't expect you to get there in the 5 minutes we take to do this. I expect you to get there in the time this encourages you, inspires you to spend with yourself, getting to know you. So get in a position you can stay in for 5 minutes and say, here I am. I'm not moving. I'm not itching. I'm not doing nothing. But let your own physiology breathe you for a moment. Don't you breathe. Don't try to do anything. You can look at your breath and observe it. Is it fast and grasping? Is it slow and lackadaisical? Is it even on the right and the left? Does your chest move more than your back? When you breathe into the sides of your ribs starts expand? What happens when you breathe in? Can you feel the lungs pressing against the inside of the body wall? Don't do it. Don't make it happen. Just refine your sensibility rather than your ability to do something. Swallow your attention and let it go out there to your lungs. Spread it out thin as a dye poured into clear water. Spread it out all over your lungs, in them and on their surface. They say that the area of the little alveoli, the little air sacs in there, equal the area of a tennis court, both sides. That's an awful lot of feeling you could do in there. They're little balls like the thing you see in seaweed sometimes, those air sacs. And you can feel them getting bigger and doing their work. And you feel them getting smaller and getting ready to do it again in a moment. Why do I recommend breathing? Because it's something you have to do. You're not doing anything extra. It happens on its own. It's sort of a discipline not to interfere with your breathing. You just let it go its own way and look at it as though it were someone else that was doing it. And now we're going to just hopscotch to the next stone. Don't even attend to your breathing. Feel a small aura of heat around your shoulders if you can. Try to feel that. How about your spine? Is it actually resting on your mat, or is it elevated by the muscles that are big enough to keep it from the floor? Here's a thought experiment. Don't move. Imagine you were standing in deeper and deeper water in one of those locks they have in submarines, where it's going to fill completely up with water while you're standing there. And let the warm, fragrant seawater come first to your soles of your feet, then up to your ankles, your calves, your knees, thighs, entering your torso, coming up to your navel, your nipples, further up towards your shoulder, inundating your armpit. Now all of your arms, the fingers, the hand, the wrist, forearm, the elbow, all the way up, your neck, and magically you can breathe. It covers first your chin, then your lips, then your nose, then your eyes, then even the top toward the roots of your hair. No problem breathing. And now, just as mysteriously, the water drains out. And you feel that cool, sparkling sort of sensation as your skin gets clear of the water on your forehead, and then on your eyelids, and so on down. You feel cleansed, new. Just bask in it. Feel new until it gets old. When you do this at home, imagine not that it's water pouring over you, but it's your own attention, starting at the bottom of your big toe and moving all the way up. And when it gets to your waist, it involves not only your torso, but both arms, the front, the back, and the sides of the torso and the arms. And then come up further and further. And when you get to the top of the head, you have a decision. You can either come do the same thing on down, or you can kick away all kinds of illusions, such as this one, and just plain be there. There was a column by a man who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease 7 years ago. He said, I feared it so much because I feared losing myself. And then one day I realized that there was no self in there. When I was a teenager, I was like this. And when I was in my 20s, I was like that. And so I went through his life. And he said, none of them are really me. It's just I went through those experiences. He lost his fear. And 7 years later, he was writing this entirely cogent and, rather brilliant article. Something to think about. See you next week. Goodbye, guys. Good class.